everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. So it is day 1 of Victober and I am so excited. I'm having a little mini vacation. I had yesterday and today off, and then I have tomorrow and Sunday off. So it's been a really nice break because I was extremely very burnt out and Stephanie was not pleasant to be around. So, yay. So I thought I would attempt to do a vlog. We'll see if this ever makes it because I am, all caps, the worst at vlogging. But last night, my last book of September, I finished Senlin Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. This is book 1 in the Books of Babel series, and it was really good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because the writing was really good, and this is probably one of the most unique fantasy worlds I've ever read. But I think it was me and not the book. I just didn't connect as much as I wanted to, but I'm still definitely continuing on with the series. I have book 2, The Arm of the Sphinx, checked out from the library. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I'm very, very excited. So yes, I still highly recommend this, and I think if I were to reread it in the future when I'm in more of a fantasy mood, it would definitely be a 5-star read. I have also spent a good chunk of this morning listening to The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins, and it's a reread for me, but it's been a while since I read it, so I really can't remember that much of it, but it's really good. And I forgot that there's a little bit of humor in it, which made me really happy. So it is now 10 till 11 in the morning, and I have my coffee, and yes, this is a wine tumbler, but it keeps it warmer for longer. And I'm going to work on my knit and listen, which I almost dropped it. That would have been horrific. So yeah, I'm working on a blanket, very early stages, and I'm going to listen to 3 Men in a Boat by Jerome K. Jerome, and I'm really excited. I've heard it's very, very funny, which I am very much in the mood for. So yay, I'm so excited for that. And then honestly, I wanted to read more yesterday, and I spent literally all day on the couch knitting and playing games on my phone and watching Rizzoli and Isles and some SVU and The Closer because I apparently was really in the mood for murder yesterday. So yay. So I'm gonna go work on this and hope to get a couple of rows in and listen to my audiobook, and I will check in when I have an update. It is Tuesday, October 5th. I obviously did not vlog the rest of my long weekend, but that's okay. So we're just gonna turn this into week 1 Victober vlog, and it'll be fine. I finished, since I last checked in, Shade by Chad Nicholas, and I also uploaded my review. It's Shade's book birthday today, and it was really good. It was a psychological thriller type book, and it was a nice change of pace, and it really kept me on the edge of my seat, and it was nice to have something that I could just devour and get through while I'm reading all these huge books. So I do highly recommend it if you like thriller books. It's really good. Also, God, I'm reading so many books. I updated my Goodreads today, and I think I'm at like 9 or 10, which is a lot for me. What have I been reading? The Woman in White. I am about 65% of the way through that. I'm trying really hard not to just rush through it. I'm trying to enjoy it and kind of savor it. But it's so good and things are happening. And as I'm reading it, things are coming back to me. And I can't remember how it ended because it's been at least 10 years. Yeah, so I'm really, really enjoying this reread. It's very atmospheric and pacey and gripping, and the characters in here, like Mr. Fairley, when I just finished his section where it's told from his point of view and like he's writing a diary or something, and he's so hyperbolic and melodramatic, and it was just cracking me up. And I forgot that this book had funny moments in it. So that was such a pleasant surprise. Such a pleasant surprise. I'm also still working on my knit and listen. So I've got a couple more rows on my blanket. I obviously have a long way to go before it's done, but that's okay. And I listened to about 15% more of Three Men in a Boat. So I'm about 40% of the way in. And this book is so funny. So funny. And I haven't read a Victorian novel quite this funny that I can think of. Like, I'm literally listening to it and I'm just cracking up the entire time. It's not just sections here and there. It's the entire book so far. And everything is just, it should be easy. And then it turns into a production and it's just what I needed. So I highly recommend that. I already know it's going to be a very high rating unless the ending drastically changes, but I highly doubt that. What else? I'm still reading the Bronte's biography. I am behind, but I'm still really enjoying it. I am normally not a biography person, but the way that she writes this, I really like her writing style. She does have, there's one con in this book that I don't like, and she has a way of inserting herself into the narrative, so to speak. Like things she couldn't possibly know, or, well, we all know, blah, blah, blah. And it's not a big thing, but whenever I reach a passage with that, it just kind of irks me. But overall, I'm really enjoying the biography. It's really good. My current cozy mystery, I have two going on. So one is Digging Up the Remains by Julia Henry. This one I'm really enjoying, not as much as the first two, but I think that's more of a me problem than the book problem. But I have, I think, 30 minutes left in that audiobook, and it's about a 4-star read right now, which I expected, and I'm enjoying it. I'm also reading The Good, the Bad, and the Guacamole by Rebecca Adler. It's the second book in the Taste of Texas mystery series, and I forgot to put it on my TBR until after I had already edited my video. But it's for the Killing Time with Cozy's Discord scavenger hunt for the prompt, a dog on the cover or mentioned in the book. So the main character has a dog named Lenny, and he's a little chihuahua, and he's on the cover, and he's adorable. So I'm enjoying it. It's a little hokey, but I kind of need that with all the heavy reads I have going on. And finally, I am making my way through Notes from a Dead House by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I am behind. So good. Just his characterization and descriptions in here are fantastic. And it just makes me love him even more. So our live show is going to be Saturday, which by the time you're seeing this, it will have already happened. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And I know Kate and Nuna both really loved it. So that made me really happy because I'm the one that picked this. And I'm always afraid people are going to hate the books I pick. which I know it happens, but I'm still like, I want to pick something people enjoy. And this also knocks the book off my 21 classics to read in 2021 list. It's almost 8. I am waiting for a video to upload to YouTube, which is nice. And then I'm going to read a little bit more of Notes from a Dead House, and I'm going to finish up my audiobook Digging Up the Remains and read a little bit more in The Good, the Bad, and the Guacamole. And then finish out the night with some The Woman in White. And I am just really enjoying this Victober. It is Wednesday the 6th at 7:45. And I just finished The Woman in White. It's my second time reading it, and I loved it even more this time around. It was so good. And oh my gosh, I binged the last 40% in like 2 days. So good. If you hear sneezing, it's Oliver. She's got the sniffles, but she's fine. Really, really good. And I think in Jade's Discord tonight, we are doing some reading sprints. So I have my coffee and my book. So The Good, the Bad, the Guacamole. And there's Lenny with a little avocado. So cute. So I'm about 60% of the way through this one. Still really enjoying it. And the chapter headers have little peppers. It's just so cute. I love cozy mysteries. So today I actually felt really good. And finishing a book definitely helps that. So I'm taking advantage and I'm treating myself. Are you okay? You okay? Lay down. I've already said that like 50,000 times today. Lay down. You're all right. Lay down. So yeah, so I am going to go jump on the sprints and read some of my cozy mystery. And then I'm going to listen to some Notes from a Dead House. Still loving that. Okay, do you want to be on camera? Yeah. Can you say hi to your fans and to Angela? Yeah. Okay, I'm out. Hey, it is Saturday, October 9th. And Friday I went home early from work because I wasn't feeling good. So I did not get a lot of reading done yesterday. I have had a lot of coffee today, like a lot. So today I finished Notes from a Dead House by Fyodor Dostoevsky, which was not for Victober, but it was for a live show that I had earlier today with Christy and Kate and Una. It was really fun. It was a great discussion. It's always a good time with those three. So that was good. I also spent the morning, like early morning, creating my first D&D character for a bookish one-shot D&D game. I've never played D&D before, and I did not know how complex and intricate everything is, which I'm excited, but it was a lot to take in. So this week I'm going to be reading up on some of the like attributes and weapons and stuff that work with my character for something that's going to happen later on that I don't know when we're going to announce it, but it'll be fun. And it'll have some really good booktubers on there. I'm excited. And then just now, what time is it? It's 9:20. So like 30 minutes ago-ish, just got done having a reading party
for Kate Howe's Read Along Most Victorian Patreon. It was really fun. We had a couple reading sprints and just kind of chit-chatted about Victober, and it's always just lovely hanging out with them. So during those sprints, I started my reread of Jane Eyre. I don't remember what number reread this is. Maybe 10. It's that good. And I forgot what a little butt John Reed is. Like, every time I read this, I just realize even more how psychotic he is and how just completely horrible they are to Jane at the beginning of this book. But I love this book so much. So I'm really excited. I'm only about 30 pages into it, but it'll be really nice. So I have the audiobook for it as well. And what's really cool is I have the manuscript for Jane Eyre that my uncle got for me. And so I kind of flipped through that as I was listening to the audiobook, and it was so cool to listen to that and then read it in her handwriting. Really, really cool. So I think I'm going to keep doing that when I'm at home. The book is way too big and too valuable for me to take outside my apartment, but it was really cool. So I also started In the Roar of the Sea by Sabine Baring Gold. I think that's how you pronounce his first name. But it had a very eventful opening, and I was not prepared for the death that happens in the first chapter. So that hit a little close to home, but it was well written, and I really love his descriptive writing. I think it will be really, really good. And Kate told me that she thinks what I liked in Torn Sails is what I'm going to like in the Roar of the Sea. So I'm very excited to keep reading it. So I'm about 20-ish pages into that one, and it's really good so far. Really good. And I've also been slowly making my way through Gothic Tales by Elizabeth Gaskell. So I read the first story, Disappearances, which wasn't as creepy as I was hoping, but I still really liked the way she wrote it, and it was really gripping, even though it was only, I think, 10 pages. It was really good. So the next one is The Old Nurse's Story. How long is this? Like 20-ish pages. So I think I'm just going to read one a night, one every other night, and it's been really nice to just have a little Gothic treasure to read every night. I also need to read by before Friday so I can do a review for it. 7 Deadly Sequins by Julie Ann Lindsay. It's the second book in her Bonnie and Clyde mystery series. I have the arc for it, and I'm on the review team. So I need to read that this week, which it's a cozy mystery, so I can knock it out really easily, and it'll be a really nice palate cleanser between these Victorian novels. But yeah, I'm really excited. I've been really burnt out on fantasy. I don't know why. Because, I don't know, I read a lot of genres, but I've just been burnt out, and I haven't really felt like picking up any fantasy. I've just really been in the mood for Victorian literature and cozy mysteries, so that's what I'm going with this month. And I'm okay with that. I also listened to Much Ado About Nauticaling by Gabby Allen. It's a cozy mystery. It's the first book in the Wit and Whiskers mystery series, I think. It was pretty good. It just wasn't anything new or, it was just your standard cozy, but it was a good time. It was a really good palate cleanser after The Woman in White. I'll probably read the next book in the series when it comes out. I also am 88% into Grace Cries Uncle by Julie Hizzy. It's the 7th book in the Manor House Mystery series. I'm really, really liking it. And there's been one plot line that's been hinted or kind of played with since the first book. And in this book, we get the big reveal, like the answer to the question that's been speculated upon. And it's really good so far. It's less of a cozy, to be honest. I mean, not less of a cozy, but it's kind of deviated away from the standard cozy mystery, like main character finds body, gets involved in the investigation, and blah, blah, blah. It just has all these moving parts in it, but it's still very much a cozy mystery. I think we're just getting... It's a nice change of pace. I'll put it that way. So I'm anticipating a 4-star. I only have, I think, an hour left of the audiobook. So yeah, I am just gonna end the vlog here. I am very much looking forward to jumping back into In the Roar of the Sea while I start winding down for bed, and I'm definitely sleeping in tomorrow and being a potato. But yeah, it's been a really, really good reading week. I'm loving all the Victober things. Yes, I hope you guys are having a great Victober as well. If you're participating, what have you read so far, or what are you working on? I would love to know. If you have made it this far and you want me to know you're here, drop some kind of tree emoji down below or spooky emoji down below. As always, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.